Well, hello there. How did you like my baby video yesterday? Wasn't that cute? I just want to reawaken your soul about agent attraction, and I wanted to do something different. And we have AI technology today, guys. We can do whatever we want. And wild as your imagination can go is how you can market today. So yesterday I sent corporate that baby video, baby doing agent attraction, and hopefully that one got your attention and you're watching this one live here today. So this is our last series, the fourth series of what we call agent attraction, the Elevate coaching program. This is your insight into my agent attraction bootcamp. So you can go to Elevate Coaching and you will find my agent attraction bootcamp when you are ready to explode your agent attraction game. What we are going to learn here today is onboarding, agent celebration, and agent retention. And initially, guys, when I did my very first agent attraction bootcamp, my Go-Go's Bootcamp Agent Attraction, it was only about agent attraction. And then what I realized, I was like, hold on a minute. The hard work actually starts after the agents join, because you're going to work so hard to get this agent. You're going to talk with them and, mentor them and babysit them and invite them to events and yada, yada, and take some months, if not years, to make the decision. And then you're like, okay, now they join, now what? Like, what do I give them? How do I onboard them? Do I onboard them? Do corporate onboard them? How do I give them my trainings? Like, how do they get access to this and that? And then after they join, what if you're in Kentucky and they are in Utah, right? And you're like, well, I never actually met this agent. I need to stay like friends with them. I need to make sure they feel the love and they need to feel connected and they need to feel like they belong. So for that, you have to build a culture. You have to build a community where the agents feel celebrated. They see that their hard work is being noticed. And then what gets celebrated gets duplicated. One of my favorite quotes, meaning that they'll do it again, meaning that happy agents stay, happy agents refer, happy agents bring more agents to their own downline and organization. So let's talk a little bit about the onboarding process, the agent celebration, and the agent retention, okay? So when it comes to onboarding, guys, yes, eXp now has an onboarding department, which is amazing. You should take advantage of that. They will onboard your agents to all of the things that the company has to offer. What I want you to think about, do you offer anything outside of what the company has to offer? And by that, I mean, do you and 7th generation of upline has something to offer? And I guarantee you, you and everybody has something to offer, because we all bring something to the table. So for example, you might be really good at open houses. Maybe you'll do a training about open houses and you give your agent partners access to that training so they can get really good at open houses. Think of it this way. The better your agents get in production, in agent attraction, in stocks and all of that, right? The more they're happy, and the more they're happy, the more money they're going to make here, right? And the more they're going to tell the world, and the more they make, the more revenue share you make. Because the way revenue share is built, we actually have to bring producing agents to the company. They generate revenue to the company and you get your share. So the more productive you can turn your agent with any training, any mindset, any coaching, anything that you can give them to help them grow their business. That's why they partnered with you in the first place, right? The more they have their ability to get that goal achieved even faster than you ever did, because now they have you to help. But not only that they have you to help, they also have your upline. So when someone partners with you, they also partner with the 6 generations above you, right? So that means, I like to joke and say, buy one, get 6 free. We always running a special. So not only that you can now give them access to what you have to offer, but you also can now give them access to what your upline has to offer. And if you have not researched your upline yet, I strongly recommend to research your upline, find out what they bring to the table, what type of trainings do they offer, what time of the week, what time of the day, and then add that to a calendar. And then when you onboard your agents to your organization, right? Like mine is called the Team Go-Go organization. So if you see Team Go-Go in the company, those are agent partners of mine. And we are what we call our Team Go-Go International Family of Agents. We love each other. There's 1,400 of us, or close to 1,400, and we did 3.4 billion in the last 12 months. So they are a very high producing solo agent. Most of my agent partners are solo rockstar agents. I don't have the big, massive teams. I have mostly that solo rockstar mompreneur or dadpreneur in our organization. So now that you research your upline and you know what they have to offer and you know what you have to offer, now you can onboard your agents and give them access to all of these different things that you offer. Now, in my organization, in the Team Gogo organization, we actually have an onboarding guy. So I'm not jumping on each of these different calls. I have an onboarding guy. His name is Raphael, and he jumps on all of these onboarding calls. So when an agent comes in, you can go into your dashboard. So right here, this is what your dashboard looks like when you log in. You log in your dashboard and it's going to show you that you have new agents. You see where the arrow points to the new agent section? That's where it's going to show you that in the last 30 days, you had 24 new agents, right? You reach out to all 24 and you get them onboarded to what you have to offer. Now, keep in mind that they get onboarded by the company, what eXp has to offer. But above and beyond what the company as a whole has to offer, you should onboard them to your organization, give them access to your weekly trainings, give them access to your Facebook group, the Facebook chat, the group coaching programs, whatever that you have to offer. And you will get the list of the new onboarding agents right from that tab. You can download that list, and when you download that list, you have all their information: name, email address, phone number, which state are they licensed in, or if they're licensed in multiple different states, all of that. So you can contact them in multiple different ways. You can call them, email them, but most importantly, I should say, use the workplace chat, because most of my employees are outside of this country. So that means if we text, it's just kind of funky, right? They sometimes think, oh, it's a VA, they don't believe us. So we do it through workplace chat, and that way there's a guarantee that the message is coming from another eXp agent. Now, depending what you're watching this video, I know this one is playing live right now on May 20th at 1:08 p.m. Eastern time. But if you're watching this any later time than this, at some point we are switching over to Slack. So workplace chat is not going to be the way you want to communicate with them in the future. Right now, that's how we are doing it. Then you can add your new agents to your Go High Level contacts. So I use Go High Level for all of my communications, right? I would strongly recommend for you to have a CRM program that you will use only for your agent attraction purposes, only for your Team Gogo organization, whatever you are going to name your downline or organization, okay? So I use Go High Level for everything that I do for all of my companies. I have sub-accounts in my Go High Level account, which means that each of my so-said moneymaker is a sub-account or is a bucket. So the Team Gogo organization is a sub-account. Every time we get a new agent, they automatically get added to that sub-account, and they get tagged agent, and they also get tagged Team Gogo. So then this way, when we are sending our weekly emails and we just got 24 new agents that joined our organization, those 24 get automatically added to our existing database. So when our weekly email goes out every Monday, right around 11 o'clock-ish, they automatically add it to that list. So I would strongly recommend find a CRM program that you're going to use to build out your database. And if you want to know what I use, it is Go High Level. Okay, let me close the door super quick because I left it open and my assistant just showed up and is being loud out there. So I'm going to close it and make it easier on myself so I don't get distracted. Okay, now we also add our new agents to our Google group and our Google Drive. Why? So Google Drive, I pretty much, guys, have any contract, any tracker, anything that I have ever created is already in my Team Gogo Google Drive unbranded. So our Team Gogo agents just go there and they need a marketing agreement for the new listing. They just put a marketing agreement, they find it, they download it, they can start to use it. So think of it, do you have certain things? Like maybe you have an amazing file tracker of how you take your listing site from start to finish, from listing to closing, right? Maybe you have a buy site, maybe you have an open house guide, maybe you have whatever that thing is that you have that you use every single day for your business. Think of it this way. When these agents partner with you, they partner with you for a reason. They partner with you because they believe that you can help them take their business to the next level. So then think of all of the different things that helped your business to get to where you are at today, and then take those things and make it available for them. So then they don't have to spend, let's say you've been in the industry for 15 years. So they don't have to spend 15 years of figuring out, since you already have it figured out, just drop it into a Google Drive and then share that Google Drive with your people. So as soon as someone joins my downline and organization, my team automatically adds them to our Google group and to the Google Drive and Facebook group and all of those different things. Here's another thing. This is probably my biggest invention. And oh my gosh, I mean, this is one of my biggest inventions. So when I joined the company and I had like 20, 30, 50 agents, I knew everyone by name. I knew what everyone was, and I can send them recommendations and referrals like no one's business. As we started growing, as 1,400 agents now in the Team Gogo organization, when someone asked me, I'm like, oh, Gogo, who do you got in, I don't know, Florida? And I was like, in Naples area. like you can't possibly know every single person who partnered with you from level 1 to level 7 over time. I hope you have this problem one day when you have so many agents, then you can't possibly know them by name. So then I said, okay, then I need to figure out an infrastructure how I do know them, every single one of them. I know where they at, I know their name, I know their phone number, I know their email address. So when we have a referral, we are sending it to a Team GoGo agent. So if you look on the right here, that blue map, every single dot on that map is a Team GoGo agent. Team GoGo now stands about almost 1,400 agents strong. We are in almost every state in the US, but we are also in many international countries. We are in Poland, we are in Canada, we are in Mexico, and almost all states in the United States. And now I'm getting an agent from Peru. So exciting. I love the fact that we are international, because I'm international. As you can see, I have an accent. I wasn't born in the United States. So as soon as Hungary and Romania opens, I'm getting all my cousins and all my college friends to come over to EXP. Now, with that being said, on this map, when we created it with the idea of being able to refer to each other. So when a Team GoGo agent has a referral, they'll send it to another Team GoGo agent. They come to this map, they put in Arkansas, and they look in the area that they're looking for an agent. They can click that blue little icon, and it shows name, email address, phone number. And in the Elevate coaching program, we'll teach you exactly how to do this. You can also reach out to my team if you get stuck, and my team will help you to set up your map, so then your agents can refer to each other. Because of this, we keep all of our transactions, what we call, in the family of agents, right? Because if they, let's say if they were in another group or something and they saw another Team GoGo agent making a referral, they would be like, hey, one of my chopped liver, like this way, we feed each other's families first, and we only refer outside of our group if we don't have an agent in that area. And you can also build this for your downline and organization. So when someone partners with you, like I have so many success stories, guys, the agents who have partnered with me, who have triple their income, double their work, right? Like, because I'm all for working less and making more money, right? So this way we can refer to each other, and just the referral business that the Team GoGo agents refer to each other will change someone's life. So you can also build out this map, and when they join, they automatically get added to the map. So any agent that is in my Team GoGo organization, from the day they joined, they are already a dot on that map. So then this way they can start receiving business. The next thing is our onboarding calls. Remember I mentioned that we have Raphael. So we wait until someone becomes active in the Team GoGo organization. So as soon as they show up active in my dashboard, you remember where it shows you those last 30 days, you got 24 agents? Okay. As soon as they show up that they're active in my dashboard, Raphael reaches out to them and they schedule their onboarding call. On the onboarding call, Raphael goes over everything that we have to offer. Okay, so everything, the Facebook groups, the Facebook chats, how to talk to your broker, how to process a file on SkySlope, how to get access to KV Core, how to find our trainings, how to find the recordings for the trainings, how to use the map, how to find a Google Drive, how to schedule a tech call if you need tech support. All of these things, like everything that we offer to the Team GoGo organization, we have an onboarding call. Why? Because when the agent joins, guys, like just from EXP, they literally get 90,000 emails. Like their heads are spinning. If they came from a small mom and pop that was not technically advanced, like they're like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. Like, where's my broker? How do I find them? I got all of these emails. They're talking about a passport. Do I need a passport? Like, no, that's your EXP passport. That's something totally different, right? So they need guidance to be onboarded to our massive offering. They need somebody to hold their hand. And on top of it, now you offering things. So the company offers a whole lot. Now you offer a whole lot. And this agent is like drinking from a fire hose. Their heads are spinning. I tell all of my agents, in the first 90 days, your head is going to be spinning. And right around the 3-month mark, they're going to come up for air and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I get it. I get where I fit in. I understand what trainings I like to go to, yada, yada. And they kind of get their like, their foot ready and running. So with that being said, on our onboarding call, we also remind them every single week. Raphael posts something in the Team GoGo organization and reminds them about the onboarding call. So if somebody in my downline brought an agent last week, it is their responsibility to onboard their agent. So they have to go to the Calendly link. They have to schedule it for their agents to be onboarded. So my frontline agent, it is my responsibility. I onboard them personally. If anybody onboards an agent from the Team Gogo organization, they use the onboarding link to schedule the onboarding call. Because I believe in two things. An agent at EXP can make money in two ways. They can go get another agent, or they can go sell another house. Everything else, it is not worth your time. That's where you should be concentrating on, because that is your highest return in your hourly rate. Everything else needs to be done by somebody else. That's why we have an onboarding department, and that's Raphael's job to onboard your agents. An onboarding call can take, guys, anywhere from like an hour to almost 2 hours, depending how tech savvy the other agent is on the other end. In those 2 hours, if you were lead generating, you could get probably 2 listings for yourself. So I don't recommend for you to onboard your own agents. I recommend for you to build an onboarding department within your organization, and they onboard your agents. Now, next, celebrations. After you got them on board, and after they got their foot wet and they're like, oh my gosh, I get it. Like, I belong now to this new family of agents and this real estate family. Now what? You want to make sure that your agents feel the love. You want to make sure that they feel like they belong, that their hard work getting noticed, that they're getting celebrated for their hard work. So we work very hard in the Team Gogo organization to make sure we celebrate our agents. So then we make sure that they're not leaving because they felt lost. Okay, so what I don't want to happen to you, that you work so hard to get this agent and to onboard this agent and to give them access to all of these trainings, but then they feel so lost. They feel like they live on their own little island by themselves, and then they end up leaving and going back to their old mom and pop. I don't want that to happen to you. So I strongly recommend that you celebrate your agents and you make sure that their hard work is getting noticed. Now, we have a Facebook group. I recommend for you to figure out what is your organization going to be called. Mine is called Team Gogo. And then we have a Team Gogo EXP International Facebook group. As soon as someone joins me, they get an email. So as soon as they're active in my downline anywhere, they get an email that says, welcome to Team Gogo. We are so excited that you joined us. Here are your login credentials. Here are the steps that you need to take. And one of those steps is inviting them to the Facebook group. In the Facebook group is where we communicate, is where we make all of our announcements, where we add all of our training. So this is where we have full access to each other, okay? The next one, I would say, have a pinned post in there. So the very first post when someone joins the Facebook group should be a pinned post. Why? Because there are going to be questions, guys, that they're going to ask you over and over and over again. And it's cute while you have 20 agents, but when you have 1,400 people asking you, where is the Zoom link, you're gonna pull out your hair. So the onboarding pin on here, it literally gives them what they need to know. So it's very easy for them to find it. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to ask you, where is the YouTube link? Where is the whatever? Nothing. Everything is right in there. It's pinned to the top so they can see it as soon as they join the Facebook group. Now, I also have 2 chats, and I recommend for you to do the same, at least a minimum of 2 chats. And here is what we do. I have a Team Gogo Frontline chat, and I have a Team Gogo Generals. The Team Gogo Frontlines are the agents that I personally sponsored into the company. So they're only in that chat if I am their sponsor, if I am their direct sponsor, okay? So this is my direct access to the agents who chose me to be their sponsor. So when I need to make a quick little, hey guys, I just learned about this new AI, you guys should try it out, right? Then I put it in there. Instead of me calling hundreds of agents individually and texting them, I put them all into one chat so everybody gets it at the same time. The Team Gogo Generals, general in my verbiage, the meaning of general is an agent who brought at least 5 agents to their downline or organization. So they're a general because they're agent attractors. The Team Gogo general conversations are different than the frontline conversation, because in the frontline, there might be many agents who they're not in it for agent attraction. So on the generals, we really only talk agent attraction. Like, let's say EXP came out with a new policy. How do we explain that? Do we have a new presentation? Those type of things, okay? Now let's talk about the events and training calendar. On the right-hand side on here, so the right-hand side of the training calendar right here, right? That is EXP's trainings. On the left-hand side is the Team Gogo organization trainings. So now I've done my research, guys. I'm pimping out my upline. Every single one of them I contacted and I said, do you have a training? When is your training? What do you bring to the table? Do you have a boot camp? Do you have a group coaching call? Do you have a free Facebook group? What do you have that you can provide for me to give to the agents that partner with me? So collaboratively together, we can turn them into the most highest producing, happiest agents they could ever be. Okay. Now I took all of that information and we put it into a calendar. So at 7:30, there was a scripts and role play call. Now, guys, scripts and role play gives me the VBGBs. I have never learned a script and I never will. It is against my, like, I've just free speech here for the last 19 minutes. I probably talked thousands of words, right? I don't need scripts and role play. The idea of saying the same thing over and over again, I can't even fathom the idea. Not my thing, which means I also can't teach that to others. I can't teach scripts and role play to others because I'm not willing to learn that. But I partnered with the best in the industry. Curtis Shewell is my direct sponsor. Now, Kurt has an objection handler. There's like 10 objection handlings in 3 seconds for any question you could ever come up with. So Kurt does a training every single morning at 7:30. So I added it into my calendar. Then I'm a part of the Honey Badgers group. I'm also a part of the Fast Forward Movement group. So all of their trainings that they have, again, remember, you have 7 sponsors up. So every training that they do, we have access to in the Team Go Go organization. So I researched all of that. I got all the links, all the names. We added it all to the calendar. So when an agent partners with me, no matter where they are in the Team Go Go organization, and they got on that onboarding call, we click this plus button right down here. You see the bottom right corner? We click this plus button right here and they get onboarded. They can add, both of these calendars to their Google Calendar or whatever calendar they use. Why is that important? Because they never have to ask me, where is the training? They never have to ask me, hey, Google, what's the password for the Fast Forward Movement? All they need to do is go here, click that link Monday at 1 o'clock, and the link is in there, the password is in there, you're ready to go. So the more you automate your systems, the easier it is for you to grow and scale. If not, if I had 1,400 agents and I didn't have all of these automations, guys, we would pull our hairs out. It's impossible to keep processes in place to answer people on time. So I would strongly recommend to build a calendar like this that they can just add to their calendar. So all of your calls are added right in there. They never have to ask you, where is the next call? Then let's talk about introducing your agents. I think it's very important to introduce your agents to the world, multiple reasons. A, the agent who's joining with you, they want to see themselves on your profile. They want to see that you're proud of the idea that they partnered with you. And you want to let the world know that these agents are choosing you to be their sponsor, or now co-sponsor, because now we can do both, right? So the introduction for me is, I prefer a video, but not many agents feel comfortable getting on a video. So if they send me a photo, we post a photo. If they send us a video, we post a video. Then we introduce what we call a fun bio. And why it's important to say fun bio, guys, this is the reason why. Ready? If I see another bio, I've been in real estate for the last 17 and a half years, and I represent my client's best interest in the Livingston County area. Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. What they care about is that, how do you love to live your life? Do you have any side hobbies? Are you a mom? Do you prefer working 2 hours on the weekend? Do you have a local team? Like, do you have a physical location? Like, do you do real estate with your husband, with your best friend? Where are you located? Like, make it fun. A fun bio. Like, if you and me sat in the bar next to each other and I asked you, what do you do for a living? Introduce yourself in a way where you would be like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. Let's be best friends, right? That's a fun bio. So that's what I want from my agents that partner with me, to send me over, like, let me know you as a human, not as a robot with your LinkedIn profile description. So they send us that. They send us a picture, a video, and then we introduce them. Now, there's another side to the reason why you introduce agents. Not just because you want that agent to be featured, but also you want the future agents who've been thinking about partnering with you to actually make that move. Because now they're going to see that Jessica partnered with you, and they're going to be like, well, if Jessica partnered with GoGo, I guess I'll partner with GoGo too, right? So you get to grow your organization, and it also helps the agent who partner with you, because now they're going to reach out to them. And then it'll be like, hey, Jessica, why did you partner with GoGo? I'm thinking about coming to EXP. So now Jessica can sign up that agent, right? Either way, they're in my downline, everybody wins. So make sure that you introduce the agents that are joining your team or downline. So now let's talk about celebrations. In the Team GoGo organization, we celebrate multiple things. First of all, we celebrate top producers, top agent attractors. We celebrate icons of the month. I celebrate their birthdays. We celebrate their anniversaries. So on this image, on the left-hand side, you see Ashley. And Ashley has been our top agent attractor for like 3-4 consecutive months. This girl is on fire. She is a part of actually the Powerhouse group. So I sponsored Amy Gregory, and Amy Gregory sponsored somebody who sponsored Ashley. I think Ashley is Amy's third generation and my fourth. I think that's how it goes. But she is in my Team GoGo organization. So every month we pick one agent who brought the most amount of agents to the organization. As you can see here, this was in the month of March. She was the top agent attractor. In the month of March, she brought 5 agents to her own downline. So we celebrate her because she needs to be celebrated. That is like unheard of. That's amazing. On the right-hand side, we celebrate anniversaries. The anniversaries I celebrate are my frontline anniversaries. So let me tell you this. I learned this one from Brent Gove, is that people don't do what you say. People do what you do. So for example, as a leader, if you want to set an amazing example for your agent that you sponsored, then you have to show them how to do this. So I celebrate my frontline agents when their anniversary comes up. So everybody who had a March anniversary that was personally sponsored by me, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and then as you can see, there was 2 more, which means we had agents on year 6 and year 7, because now I've been with the company for 7.5 years. So now we celebrate everyone that chose me as their sponsor, and 7 years later, they're still here. Isn't that amazing? So these are my frontline agents. So now that I celebrate my frontline agents, now it shows an example to them how to celebrate their agents, right? Okay, next one, we have a leaderboard. So we have a general's overall total. So again, a general, you remember, is an agent who brought at least 5 agents to their downline. These agents are all in the Team GoGo organization. So on the left-hand side, we list who are the generals in the month of March of 2025. And as you can see, we start with 5 and then we go up. And the highest one right now is Amy Gregory at 95 agents personally sponsored. So this is not her overall organization. This is personally sponsored. So I like to give where the credit is due. I feel like the personally sponsored is what is in Amy's control. Her overall downline size is not necessarily in her control, it's the downline's control, right? So we celebrate everyone who brought agents personally to the company on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, this one is the 50 agents that joined in the month of March. So I guess in the month of March, we had 50 agents who joined, and we list their names, and this is like a welcome post. We're welcoming them to the Team GoGo family. We're welcoming them to EXP. We tag every single one of them because you remember they joined the Facebook group. So now they're in the Facebook group. All we need to do is type their name, we find them, and then we tag them, and they all get celebrated. They all get noticed, and then everybody in the group comes and loves on them and welcomes them to the family. Okay, we celebrate birthdays. The ones that I personally sponsored, guys, I call them and I sing them happy birthday with this beautiful voice and this accent of mine. Pretty much a torture. But hey, this way they know that on their day, I took 2 minutes out of my life to personally call them and sing them happy birthday. So I call them. If they don't answer, I leave them a voice note, or sometimes on Instagram, just depending where we usually communicate. But some point on their birthday, I call them and I wish them happy birthday by singing happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And this one was Kelly. And so that's an example. We also celebrate them in the Facebook group and in my stories. So the world knows that it's Kelly's birthday, and then everybody can go over there and love on Kelly. And on the right-hand side, these are the icon agents. So every single month, we get a report from corporate of our icon agents. So who turned icon in that month. And as we can see, in this month, we had, I don't know how many, it looks like 3 in the month of March who iconed. So we are celebrating them. It's Amy Mitchell, it's Natalie, and then it's Jency. So we celebrate them. I post it in my stories. I tag them. We post them in the group. Everybody comes and loves on them. The idea is, and also we are sending them a gift. So let's talk about gifts in a little bit. I can show you what we sent everyone. So also, when you log into your dashboard, it will show you the volume that the revenue share was collected from. So it's going to show you that you did $132,987,379.21 in volume. 332 transactions were done in that volume, and 218 of the agents did 332 transactions, right? So then you can share these numbers because it's like, OMG, this is your family. This is your EXP Team GoGo family, your organization, right? The next one next to it is the top producer. So you remember we celebrated the top agent attractor and then icons, and then we celebrate the top producer in every single month. The top producer is a badass agent that month. So in the month of March, it was Kimberly, and Kimberly is also the #1 team in the state of Kentucky, but she was also the top producer in the Team GoGo organization with 12 transactions in the month of March. So make sure you celebrate top producers, top agent attractors. Now, we run a gift celebration spreadsheet. Okay, let me catch my breath here, guys. So this is the back end of how we send them their gifts. So if it's a welcome gift, so if it's an agent who just joined me this year, they're getting a t-shirt, they're getting a branded Team Go shirt. So then Christy knows, okay, how many agents we had, new agents joined this month, personally sponsored by me. Let's say it was 4, right? Christy reaches out to them, gets their mailing address, and then ships out a t-shirt. First of all, she reaches out, finds out what is their size, and then she sends out a t-shirt that is branded to the Team Go organization. That's our new welcome gift. Then for their birthdays, we send notebooks and a pen. So here are an example. Where is my Team Go pen? I guess I don't have an example. Usually I have one right here on my desk. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, you see this? Is it backwards? Oh, I think it's backwards. Does it see it better? So it's Team Go. Now it's upside down. Oh my gosh. Okay, there you go. So Team Go, right? They also get a notebook. So they get a Team Go notebook and a pen for their birthdays. The icons get an icon t-shirt. So it says Team Go icon. Then top producer gift, it's usually a mug. Then we have a monthly top agent attractor. That's also usually a mug. And then if somebody had a baby, let me set a little onesie that says, welcome, future realtor, I think it says Team Go EXP. So we keep track of who do we need to send gifts to, what is their address, what is their t-shirt size, all of that thing. And then once a month, Christy makes this personal shipment to the post office. Here are the examples for the Team Go notebooks and pens, and then the Team Go mugs. So you see on the mugs, we have colors. So if it's a man, we're not going to send them pink, and if it's a woman, we're not going to send them the dark blue, right? But we have the top agent attractors, and we have top producers and all that. For the example here, we are using the agent attractor mugs. These are amazing Yetis. I have used these companies literally since the day I joined EXP for the last 7.5 years. The mugs are amazing. Nothing ever chips, keeps everything so cold. And everybody's like, they feel like when they get in that car and they're going to their next listing appointment and they have the top producer right on their mug, it's just a feeling that you can't beat. They're gonna walk into that listing appointment and be like, I got this, right? Okay, so that is it. This is how you onboard your agents. This is how you celebrate your agent. And this is how you play with the idea of agent retention. Because what you don't want to happen is to work so hard to get them to lose them at the back end. Again, my name is Gogo Betke. You can find me everywhere under Gogo Betke or Gogo's Real Estate on Instagram. I have multiple virtual assistants. So if you want to talk to me directly, please reach out on Gogo's Real Estate on Instagram. If you would like to sponsor or co-sponsor with me, especially now with the co-sponsorship, oh my gosh, it's the best. I would love to help you. So think of it this way. If you bring on an agent and we co-sponsor them together, I'll give them access to everything that we have to offer, and I will train them for you, as we like to say it. So now let's talk about the Elevate Coaching. Did you know that EXP has coaching? It's called Elevate Coaching. There's different coaches, from how to build a team to how to be a top producer, on mindset, on AI technologies, and on agent attraction. So if you would like to get access to the full agent attraction training, you need to go to Elevate Coaching, and you will find my EXP, my agent attraction course in there. And all you need to do is click the button, follow the steps, and you will get access to the full, this was just a portion, right? Full agent attraction course. And then you can implement everything that you need to have your systems and ready to rock and roll with your agent attraction game. Thank you so much for having me.